Hey, all my brothers, all my sisters, all my kings and queens. It's your boy Mduduzi coming back to you all with another video. Today is Wednesday, the 17th of September 2025. You feel me? I don't have my watch on me. The jewelry I left in the crib. But yeah, let's get right to it. It was about 5:30 to 6, you know what I'm saying? When I had checked the time. But yeah, let's get it. As you can see by the topic, never pity yourself. Let me put it like that. Never pity yourself. And this comes from a great quote, right? I don't know by whom. And I'm going to quote a part of it, which says, never pity yourself. Be a hard master on yourself and be lenient to everyone else. So, I've just, through all the knowledge and wisdom I've acquired, all my brothers and sisters, through all the information I have, to where I am mentally, the maturity I've reached, right? I've learned to not pity myself. In all the situations I'm in, I try my best to never pity myself. And this is a good thing because I do believe I have 100% control over my actions, right? The choices I make. Obviously, in life, there are things that can come into your path that were never planned by you. But I believe that I have 100% authority, you know what I'm saying? Control over my choices. So how do I pity myself? You know what I'm saying? Let me start it here. Today I went to go get a haircut. You know what I'm talking about? There's two barbers where I get a haircut. One of them, you know what I'm saying? He's the main barber, you know what I'm saying? He's the owner of the whole, the salon. Then we get barber number 2. Let me just put them like that. Now, barber number 2 was cutting my hair. And I've had a problem because I let barber number 2. Hello. Hi, Letu, how are you?
Hey, you.
I'm making a video.
Why?
Because
Why, dude?
because I'm coming now, ne?
I'm going outside.
Going to the shops.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Bye. It's my niece, y'all. Anyway, the flop I made is I knew barber number 1 from way back. He used to be at another salon. Then he moved to this different location. He started the whole salon. When I had come to the shop, barber number 2 was empty. And he's like the bad guy. You know what I'm saying? So, I gave barber number 2 a chance. And the God honest truth is he's just not as smooth as barber number 1, you know what I'm saying? Barber number 1, it almost feels like he was meant to cut hair, like that's his destiny, you know what I'm talking about? Everyone is aligned for him, like he be that guy, you know what I'm talking about? So I gave barber number 2 a chance, and barber number 2, he hasn't flopped me every single time, but there are times I'm just not satisfied with the haircut. Even now, like, upon looking at it again and again, it looks aight. But, like, I just feel like it could be better, you know. Last time I went to the salon, because I've been going to the same place consecutively, right? The last time I went there, in my heart, I had purpose to be like, you know what, Baba number 2, I want Baba number 1 to cut me. No hard feelings, he just gets the hair better. But Baba number 2 wasn't there that day, so Baba number 1 hooked me up, he did me right. Coming today, Baba number 1 only came later, right? But for me, it's a thing of, I came out after getting the haircut. I'm like, okay, it's good, but I feel like it could be a bit better. But then I'm not going to pity myself because I'm the reason I keep getting flopped. And this is the issue I've had with many barbers. And it's why I've been someone who is simply not loyal to a barber unless the results speak for themselves. You feel me? So I walked out of that haircut on some. I was kind of down, but I'm like, why are you even gonna pity yourself? You should have went to a different barber, or you should have been straight up with barber number 2 on some. Nah, I don't want you touching my hair. Otherwise, I'm just gonna perpetually, you know what I'm saying, pity myself. And where's the growth in that? I believe mainly as a man, you know what I'm saying? But I can take it down to as a person. I'm all about self-improvement, right? And I've gotten to an age where now that I am sober, I'm really following the Lord as best as I can. I'm becoming more and more accountable. So it's like, I can't now blame barber number 2 for not doing a good job when it's me who's been flopping myself. I don't believe in blaming other people. You know what I'm saying? So, or pitying myself. So now it's like, you know what, you made the choice, live with the decision, right? So, yeah, it's like, with all those situations, I've just learned, and it's something I practice now, not pitying myself. I mean, this goes with girls, right? Like, funny enough, it's mostly on the dating apps, right? I'll match up with a girl, nice girls, but I believe I'm a king. I believe I'm attractive. Wait, I'm trying to see if... Oh, there's this other lady. She's driving a different car now. Like a downgrade. So I didn't believe it. I'm seeing it now. But then again, who cares? You know what I'm saying? What I think. As long as you're doing what's best for yourself. But yeah, there's been gossip about it. So that's why I'm checking it out. Anyway, with girls on dating apps for me, what happens is what has happened is I matched with pretty girls, and then we go to texting, then they unmatch. And yes, the flop is I'm 100% accountable, because with the game I've been learning, I understand that you come at a girl in a certain way. So you don't be too pushy. You don't just say hi. You know what I'm saying? You have to come with game. You have to make sure she has high interest. And most of these girls that I've matched with, none of them, most of them didn't text me first. And this is what brothers teach, that you have to filter for girls who message you first. Because if she's high interest, she won't play games, because girls get so many matches. I was watching a short of this certain white girl, right? She's from the States, but she was saying she had just started her Hinge account, if I'm not wrong, and she got about 3,000 likes. So you can only imagine, like for me, I feel like, a big part of Hinge, if you're a guy, to be better at it is to pay, right? If you pay the app, you're able to reach more girls, more matches, right? But yeah, it's like, I can just imagine if I received 3,000 likes. She was saying like, isn't there a limit to this? And I can relate, because if I received 3,000 likes, no matter how many baddies are there, it's like I'm gonna have to overlook so many girls. Will I even have the energy to go through every girl? It's gonna be a process where I'm just declining all the ugly girls in my eyes, all the unattractive girls, and going straight to the baddies. Because out of 3,000, you can get maybe 1,000 baddies, or even let's say it's 500. But you see, there's a whole lot of filtering to do. But yeah, what I find is, I match with a girl, I end up texting first. In past events, then I wake up to see that she's unmatched. Which, you know what I'm saying? I won't even lie. A bit of pain comes from that, right? But at the same time, I don't pity myself. I look at it like, okay, she doesn't like me like that. Which I definitely know for a fact now. And also, I'm not where I want to be in life. Maybe if I was posing in the picture with the Bentley coupe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that would have changed a lot of things. And even though that would have brought in more gold diggers, realistically speaking, that's the reality. It's like, girls love you, and it's dependent on how valuable you are. You know what I'm saying? So who am I to be like, oh, I want her to like me for me? You know what I'm saying? All these other aspects she's gonna like me for. Yes, she's gonna like me because I have the Bentley coupe. Yes, my looks are gonna bring her in. Yes, this. And at the end of the day, she has to really mess with me on a personal level. She has to like me for this to work. But let's not lie and say she mustn't, or she must look at me and I must be there with no mind, in plain clothing, and she must get with that. Girls love opportunistically, you feel me? So they don't just love because they love you. That's guys. We can see a girl at Spa and be like, damn, she's nice. We don't require much from a girl. What you gonna, for me personally, I won't even lie, like, I don't require much from a girl in terms of career, because that doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, I'm going to provide for myself, right? And for her if we get to the marriage. But it's like, I feel offended if a girl's in a low position, like maybe as a cashier. And it doesn't change anything, don't get me wrong, I'll still wife you. But then, for me, it's more of the mindset thing. It's like, it feels like you're not striving, right? And I understand why girls also look at guys in the same perspective. On some, he's out here working as a cashier. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yes, he could be something, but I'm going to have to gamble, right? And also, with me, that's the thing. It's like, hardly will you meet a girl in a low position who's determined, who is righteous, if I could say. You know what I'm saying? It's like, a big part of her being in that low position is her mentality, her being focused, or her nourishing her looks, which is nothing wrong, because that's the reality. Us guys go for looks. So girls know that, okay, I could be working at a warehouse as a cashier, but as long as I'm nice, my body's banging, guys are gonna want to wife me up. You know what I'm saying? Guys are gonna take me out. But yeah, so I say all that to say, I don't pity myself. I'm not out here like, these baddies aren't looking for me now. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why even cry? Like, I feel like also, I'm someone who doesn't have a dad, right? But I feel like because truly speaking, me and my dad never got along. We never spoke like we were buddies. It was never no personal relationship, you know what I'm saying? Like, we good. It was never that. So, in losing him, I feel like for me, what it just confirmed mostly is like, you know what, I'm by myself. Like, I have to stand for myself, right? Even though I have the Lord as my father. But yeah, it's like when it comes to these situations, there's just no pitying for myself. It's like, you have to do better. You're not enough. Check out my last video. You're just not enough. You know what I'm saying? Or one of my last videos. You're not good enough, so you have to do better. There's no way around it. You know, a powerful point and a powerful video I had seen where I really adopted this mindset was, you know, being vulnerable. I had just watched the concerts, you know, I had just released, you know what I'm saying? I had just beat my meat one time and, you know, I'm feeling down. And for me, what comes after that, or what I've accustomed myself to in the past, is going on Instagram, scrolling, you know what I'm saying? And whilst I was scrolling, I came across this video of a fat black brother. Let me put it like that, right? He's American, and I don't know what the video was, but oh yeah, it was a video of basically a guy after he had beaten his meat. Then, you know, he's in that depression stage, and he's just enacting that moment we go through after you beat your meat and the regret. Then he's like, then the brother was reacting, and he's like, what? I ain't gonna pity myself. I ain't gonna cry. I wanted to beat my meat. And for me, that just, it elevated him so highly, like how I look at him. Because the truth is, you wanted to beat your meat, so you did. So why pity yourself? You know what I'm saying? It's like, even now, I know that I have 100% control, right, over my choices. If I end up relapsing, it's my fault. So why am I going to sit there like, life is bad? I wanted to, and I did. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm tempted, I make the choice. You know, I feel like another thing that has really gotten me out of a depressed mindset, a suicidal mindset, is, firstly, I don't like giving this advice because people might take it serious, but like, for me personally, it was like, if you want to commit suicide, go ahead and commit it. Stop playing with the idea in your mind that, people are gonna miss me. Go ahead if that's what you want to do. And second of all, it's like, why, you know, like, I decided, right, that I'm not gonna pity myself. I'm not gonna imagine me dying. I'm not gonna commit suicide. I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? So like, now it's like, I don't wanna even pity myself on some, life is bad. No, if you want life to change it. You know what I'm saying? With everything now, it's like, it just makes so much sense. Why do you pity yourself? And personally, I can't relate. And not only that I can't relate, it started to disgust me when people pity themselves. You know, I won't even lie, even if you're in a bad situation, the truth is, you are 100% responsible for your life. And people don't, I feel like, you know, I'm judging obviously from looking at other people's situations. People don't self-assess to see what they're doing wrong. It's always, oh no, I come from this background. But the truth is, like the audio book I was listening to by Brian Tracy, which is No Excuses, The Miracle of Self-Discipline. He says, if you want to find out if your excuse is legit, right? If I can put it into my own words, ask yourself, have there been people in the same situation as me, and even worse, who've still gone on to do great things? And when we do ask ourselves this, we have to admit there was plenty of people in way worse situations who've still went on to lead successful and live successful lives. So most of our excuses are not really valued. are valid, right? So people, I see that they want pity, and I don't blame you, right? At the same time, I can't relate because I'm way past that. It's like I told a story in one of my previous videos about there's a brother at my gym. He's a cleaner, right? And it was his birthday, and basically the next day, right, he was just telling me, you know what I'm saying, I've seen real life that no one reached out to me for my birthday. Or this is what they mean when they say, as a man you cry inside. You know what I'm saying? It's like, or you have to get strong out here. And for me, it's like, because he had said he's 22, I understood it, because I only started thinking this way months ago. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't been, I feel like, even a year. So, and I'm 26 right now. But yeah, like, it's one of the hard lessons you're gonna have to learn. And I feel like him learning that lesson, yes, it's hard in the moment, but it's a valuable lesson to learn, because if you understand that no one's really gonna pity you, yes, there are gonna be people that look out for you, people that pity you, people that help you, but you shouldn't be in a position where you pity yourself. It's such negative energy to give out to the world, right? Recently, one of my family members, not close, but like extended family members, it's a brother, right? He was like to me, you know what, yeah, so he's like, please buy me my idol, Maclara Dope Boy, shout out Maclara, is coming to his hood. Please, can I buy him a ticket to go see his idol, right? And I honestly didn't have the money. But then, I won't even lie, my thoughts were, you know what? Yes, you could say he's your idol, but like, if you don't have the money, why are you trying to go see him? Like, what's the difference? Even if I bought the ticket in you going to see your idol, what is it gonna inspire you to change your life? I don't think so, honestly. It's like, and you know what I'm saying? It's like, for me, I just came from a place of like, I just couldn't respect him even asking that, you feel me? It's like, I'm looking at it like you're wasting your time trying to go to your idol's event. It's a good thing, don't get me wrong, but like, you should be focusing on trying to get yourself out the situation. And he's still young, so I don't blame him. Something he's gonna have to learn. But like, how I look at it is, it's really every man for themselves, right? For the most part. If you have support, great. But I have to put myself in position. I have to be obedient to God. I have to seek first the kingdom so everything else can be added. And when I have everything else, it's not for you to come to me and ask me, Duzi, can I have money? Right? And this is no shade to him, but like, even everyone else who asks for money, it's like, I tweeted on some people. I feel like people are looking at me to save them, but I'm not the Lord though. And yeah, it's like, it's not up to me. It's not up to, you can't be coming to me on some Duzi, can I have money? I can't really save you. I can give you knowledge. I can give you wisdom on how I did it. But it's not like I'm gonna keep on giving you money to sustain you. You have to put yourself in position, especially if you're a brother. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna give you passes out here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you have to go to God yourself, and God has to bless you. Yes, I can help you where I can, but I'm not just gonna be a steady check because you didn't figure it out in life. It doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't get it. A big part of my thinking, right? And yes, this can seem harsh, but like, the Bible says, you shall be the lender and not the borrower. And where I am in life, right? I don't have it all. I'm still staying at the crib, if you don't know, with my mom. I'm broke. I don't have my own car. I'm not on my own feet. But I'm in a position, right, because I live at home, that I'm the lender. I have money to lend. But yeah, the Bible says you be the lender, not the borrower. So I always get confused when brothers are borrowing. But then again, I also understand that they're not being faithful to the Lord, because God has no favorites. Oof. So yeah, it's like, I feel like you have to get to a point in maturity not to pity yourself. Like, I really don't want to be soft on myself. I don't want to pity myself for nothing. Yes, I dropped out of college. Yes, I'm working a job that, yes, even though they pay me good, it's not enough to survive on my own. Yes, the baddies that I want are not looking in my direction. Right? Not all of them that I want are looking in my direction. Yes, people are undervaluing me. What did I want to talk about? It's just like, you have to accept your portion, right? It's like with everything. I don't want to complain. I want to accept it and change it, right? Obviously, I was just reading today First Peter, right? I finished First Peter. And one of the things I remember from the book, right? Peter was talking about how, now this was addressed to the slaves specifically, my bad. So he was saying to the slaves in that section, do good and do your best for your master, even when he's like a terrible master, you know what I'm saying? Because it pleases God for you to, go through the fire, basically. But you're doing it out of respect for God. So yeah, it's like, in this walk of faith, right? In this walk with the Lord, there's a lot of things that will make you feel bad. It's also in First Peter as well, right? I think it's chapter 4, verse 1. It talks about part of the verse talks about he who has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin. So I won't even lie to you, like 26, today is the 18th day I've been retaining. I really want to sleep with women. I have that urge. There are certain women at my work that they do it for me sexually. I'm attracted to them. I'd like to sleep with them. But I can't, because I'm a believer, because I know the Lord, right? The Lord is my Father. I know what He wants and the standard He has for me. I'm not going to pity myself on some ish now. Why do I feel this? This is what God has called me to, you know what I'm saying? Yes, it's hard. You have to fight the thoughts of lust, of adultery. You have to fight how your body's feeling. But I have a choice at the end of the day. I can go sleep with them. I really can make a way, talk to them, try sleep with them. Or I'm going to accept my portion, which is, fighting urges, suffering in the flesh. You know what I'm saying? One of my lines in my raps, I'm like, rather suffer in the flesh and reject being a fapper. So it's like, the choice is mine. Like, I don't want to be a complainer. Living at home today, it wasn't even a big thing. My mom was like, she was chopping up cabbage and she's like, please put this on the table for me. And I was just thinking to myself, it's like, because I'm not someone who has a good relationship with my mom, I don't initiate conversation. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's really needed. But we don't talk. So, and she's always talking to me, right? So I was thinking to myself, why can't it just be that I get home, then you don't talk to me, I don't talk to you? But then again, who am I to complain? I'm living at home, I'm living off her. Who am I to complain when she sends me? If I don't want to, I guess it's time to move out and stand on my own 2 feet. It's like, it's time to never pity ourselves, guys. It's like, and since I've developed this mindset, it makes it hard for me to have compassion on people, even in hard situations, right? It's like my cousins, I know where they stay. It's such a rough area, and they were talking about a situation where my one cousin, she went for an interview, and we're trusting God for the job so she can really help her family. But then honestly, I'm like, yes, that's true. But like, I've seen my cousin's actions, and not to judge her, but she for me, I could be like, she hasn't sought first the kingdom and lived righteously for God to add to her. Now, I don't know everything, and that's judgment, right? But like, I truly believe if she was doing everything right, obeying God, she wouldn't be in her situation, right? And this is what I've also seen. It's like most people who are struggling, and I won't consider myself struggling because I live at home, right? I have that luxury. But like most people who are struggling, it's always they have bad character. It's either they're not faithful as they're supposed to be. Like most of the people I've lent money, it's like it's just bad character. And now I understand that it's really, you can't pity yourself because you are the problem and the solution. You know what I'm saying? It's like, one of the brothers at work, what had happened is he first got to the job, right? Like he first got to where we work, and he was quick to ask for money from a few of us on some, I can't make rent. To which I didn't borrow him the money because I felt like I don't know the brother. The brother works one of those jobs where they can uproot you, put you in a different branch. So they had just brought him to the branch in our shopping center. So I was like, the brother can just uproot in 2 days and I'll never get that money back again. At that point, I was like, no, I don't want to take that risk. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't 100% obedient to God when he says, give to every man that asketh of thee. Right? So, but then again, I looked at the brother, he's not a believer from what I've seen him, how he lives. He's never talked of God. So it's like, okay, I understand that he's of this world. I'm someone who drips. I invested into clothes. So I be dripping daily. So like he admired that about me. Not so cool. And I'm only talking about this situation, right? Because I want to explain something. But like not so long ago, he comes up to me. He's like, hey, yo, you know what? Can I get, I'll change the amounts. But like, can I get 1,000 rand? I don't have transport money. And I'm like, at this time, I really didn't have it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, at my dog, I don't have it, you feel me? Then he's like, oh, do you have, from 1,000, he went down. So he's like, oh, do you have 600 then? I'm like, nah, I don't have it. And he's like, I no stress, you know what? I'll ask someone else. But then he gave me that kind of look on some, you don't want to give me the money. You have it, but you don't want to give it to me. To which, you know what? I've come to a place of understanding that when you do look like you're having, people, I feel like he didn't expect a no. You know what I'm saying? It's like, obviously, by the way you look, your jewelry, everything, you have money. Like, are you willing to give it to me now? Because it's asked before. Or you don't want to let me hold some, right? But one thing, when I was logically looking at things. And this is what I do with everyone who asks money of me. I just logically break down the situation, and it never makes sense. So what I mean by that, right? Let me switch on this one before I end the video. But like, he's like, okay, can you borrow me money for transport, right? I'm running short this month. If you're running short this month, it means you're gonna be running short again, right? Next month. So why isn't it a case where you sit down and really think? And you know what? This is where I've been, if I have to confess, in my life. I'm like, I don't have money. How do I really make money? You know, I set a goal for myself. I'm gonna be worth more than 100 million by 50. And me setting this goal, it's not all about the money, because at the end of the day, I still want to be focused on the Lord more. You know what I'm saying? It's like, whatever, I want my trust in the Lord to be above all. But this is a good goal to set, and I know it's not impossible. I'm 26 now. What, you tell me I can't be worth more than 100 million in 20 years? I doubt it. I can do it, and I will do it. You know what I'm saying? But for me, that's the thing. It's like, how do I actually make money? Am I applying to jobs as I should be? What can I do? What am I listening to? You know, I've been listening to audiobooks. The reality is, I think today is maybe the 106th or the 107th day left of 2025. What am I actually doing with my time? You know, when I look at it, I'm like, okay, I wanted to listen to more albums, but like, when I look at the things I do on a day-to-day basis, the music that I keep listening to that I know, it's like, that's not going to take me further. That's not going to push the needle further. It's me reading books, listening to audiobooks. It's me applying for jobs. It's me approaching women. You know, all these things that actually move the needle forward. It's me doing push-ups. It's me going to the gym. It's me, what else can I say? You know, retaining another day. So it's like, for me, I'm at the point where it's like, what can you actually do to make money? This is the problem you have. You know what I'm saying? I haven't been taking it to God in prayer. I'm about to do that after I get off this video. But like, this is the problem I have. And with that brother, I'm looking at him like, okay, you want to borrow money because you're short for transport this month. That means you're going to be short next month. And that means I'm going to have to continue borrowing you, right? If I do borrow you. Another thing is, why ask for 500, and if I said I don't have it, why drop the amount? Where are you going to get the other money from? It's like weird things like this, you know what I'm saying? That makes me think. It's like, honestly, I look at the brother like he's got poor character, and I'm very judgmental, but then I understand that and I repent of it, right? Because I don't know the brother's situation. When I look at the brother, right, when we're at work, the brother is on his phone. You know, not so long ago with the colleagues, they were playing games. You know what I'm saying? Like a chess game or something of that sort. The brother is mostly on phone calls. And, you know what I'm like? You're not doing what needs to be done. Now, this is me being judgmental. I don't know. So, obviously, I'm projecting. But, like, it's like these simple things. It's like all the people that have asked me for money. It's like another brother came up to me quite some time ago and he's like, I need 20 rand because I came to work. I don't have food. I want to buy bread. And that morning, right, I was really late, really in an uncomfortable position. I didn't even lotion my body. So I was feeling, you know, like irritated. My wallet was in my bag. I'm late to work. So I'm like, hey, my brother, you know what I'm saying? I'll see what I can do when I come back. But thinking about that situation, because I didn't catch the brother, right? I'm like, 20 rand for bread. okay, you didn't come to work, you don't have food to eat. Let's say, what day is it? It's only like the 18th. You're only getting paid when month end. So, what is actually happening? You don't actually mean, you're just spinning a story, you know what I'm saying, to get some money out of me. And I can't respect that. Nor am I gonna pity you, you know what I'm saying? So it's getting harder and harder to have compassion on people, because I understand that you are the problem and the solution. You know, at the end of the day, you know, I still give it to God in prayer. And I won't even lie, like, this has been a hard thing for me, because I understand, you know, the Bible says the people of this world are more shrewd when it comes to dealing with money, if I'm not wrong. And I truly understand that statement, because the people of this world, like I look at the Alex Hermozis, the Game God Goldies, they're so practical with it on some, you know what I'm saying? Like Game God Goldie, one of his philosophies, and I know I talk about the brother a lot, but he's like, he doesn't believe in helping people because you're doing a disservice to that person. They have to hit rock bottom and figure it out for themselves. And as much as I don't believe this, or I can't practice it because I'm a believer, I understand the belief, and there's some truth to it, because, you know what I'm saying, me helping out brothers, I feel like, and people, it sets them back, because as I say, like, a lot of people who come to me trying to borrow money, it's from a point of they don't really need the money. It's just a thing of, oh, the doozy, he looks like he has it, can I get some money out of him? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a sad thing to witness. But then at the end of the day, to wrap this video up, don't pity yourself. It's like, in all the situations I'm in now, right? I don't want to pity myself. I don't want to feel sorry for myself. I want to hold myself to a certain standard and never have pity. You know, like I come across situations, because I'm working a receptionist job. People look at me with this, oh, did you go to school? And I'm saying, what are you studying? Type of, you know what I'm saying? Or like, oh, he's lost. Where I'm not, right? Which I'm not. You know, I was telling this couple specifically, they're old, right? But specifically the lady, that she's like, you have to prepare for your future. You have to get the medical aids. And I was like to her, I'm not going to even worry about that. But I'm not going to even worry about that, because by 50, I'm going to be worth more than 100 million. And she's like, oh, I want to be your friend. But I feel like the energy after I had said that. Oh yeah, she also said after that, how far are you now, right? So as much as I can say that statement and I can believe it for myself and I can work towards it, people are going to look at me or with contempt. They're going to be like, this guy is delusional. You know what I'm saying? It can't be done. To which I'm not going to pity myself. You know, people look at me as dumb because I have an inferior position. I'm just a receptionist. It's like, he's not worth much. A lot of women don't see my worth. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to pity myself. I put myself in this position. Or even, let's say, if God put me in this position, what I'm going to do is work my hardest and still trust God to get to a higher position, and you know what I'm saying, to continue winning at life, because I'm a winner, right? And if I have to have the weight of the world on my shoulders, I might just train my shoulders to carry that weight. There's no use in me. And I was having a talk with the brother, right? And he was saying, yeah, you know, your time, you just get so busy. And as someone who's got busier, I've seen that time is so valuable. You know what I'm saying? Now I have things to do. It's like, I don't want to complain. I just want to be like, okay, this is what it is. Let me attack it. You know, one of the things my sister was saying, just to add this, she's like, yo, without fail, if you're a mom, you have to keep on washing and ironing and ironing. And for me, I understand it, but like I never want to have that mindset. I want to have that mindset on some. It has to be done. It has to be done. Unless I'm paying someone to do it, or I have a girl or someone who's gonna do my washing. There's no way around it. You know what I'm saying? So, brothers and sisters, it's been a long video. Yeah, just don't pity yourself. It's such negative energy. It's like everyone who just pities themselves, for me, it just repels them, you know. It just makes me like, you don't want to take responsibility for your life. But at the end of the day, you know, the Bible talks about, this is not the exact words, but like, don't only associate with high people, you know, be humble and associate with the lowly. So for me, I'm a hard master on myself, but I'm lenient to everyone. All the people I come into contact with who tell me their sob stories, I'm going to put it like that, or their realities, you know what I'm saying? Because people are not making much, people are barely surviving. And that's life. And I'm very sheltered as I live at home from the realities of life. I'm not going to sit here and act all arrogant, even though I never want to pity myself. I understand, I hear their concerns, I'm willing to help where I can. But for me, whatever I pass through in life, I never want to pity myself. And I pray, may you ask God for if you should adapt to this mindset. Because for me, it's been very helpful, because I'm able to stay on top of life and to win at life, basically, and to just do what needs to be done with this mindset without taking it too far. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yes, some bad things can happen to you, God forbid. But yeah, just get to a point where you don't pity yourself. It's your boy. Peace.